Are you allowing something greater than you to take control rather than you needing to be in control of something you are wanting to create?
No! God, please, no! No!
That is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. And if you don't know me already, I am Annie. Think of me as your creative coach, just taking you through a journey of mindfulness, spirituality, and how to ultimately create the confidence and strength within yourself to create the life you truly desire. How do you know when you're actually detached? How do you know when you've let go fully and let God or universe take control? Personal story that I think is really important to know. When I was not doing this correctly, meaning I wasn't detaching fully, even though I thought in my mind I had, and then I expected, well, where is this thing I've wanted to come for ages? When actually all I needed to do was become aware of my internal state and notice, have I actually fully let go? Because if I'm thinking about it, I haven't fully detached from something. And we can talk about this throughout life, what we're creating, what we're manifesting, but we can also talk about it in context of relationships. So if you listen to the end, I'm going to give you bonus on how you can do this. And just a little juicy thing from me and a little present from me, I have created you guys a free resource and a free playbook on how you can be anxiety free and free from negative self-talk. This playbook I've created for you that has taken me 5 to 10 years to master this. And it wasn't a pretty journey, let me be honest. But for you to have this like that, you're going to save so much time, you're going to be saving so much energy, and I'm going to be with you every step of the way. That is all in the free guide that is in the description below. What is detachment? Detachment is letting go of outcomes, expectations, or what you visualize something to be, and understanding that God or the universe has a greater plan that's more in alignment for you and your path and your life lessons. With that, it's about caring about what you're creating, but not being so attached to it that you have to have it so close to you on a daily basis where you're thinking about it, processing it, and everything else. There's a difference between thinking, attaching, to embodying and being. Let that sink in for a moment. And a personal story that I'm going to share with that is when I was on my first creative manifesting journey of what I wanted to create in the world, I wanted to play in the way that it was going to benefit me and me only. And yes, there's nothing wrong with that, but also when you know in your heart something you desire is for the greatest good of all and to help not only yourself but others, it comes a lot quicker, a lot more instantly, and it almost allows the energy that you are creating to expand a lot sooner and quicker and bigger than you can ever imagine. An example of this, I started to create body art, and this wasn't from a place of I want to do this because I want to make money from this. This was an art that I just wanted to express and get out in the world. And when I realized along this path, actually, not only am I creating body art on women, but I'm helping them build more confidence in their bodies, more self-love, more out in the open and honesty with themselves, and to be able to radically change within that state and also feel obviously beautiful inside and out. That allowed a greater purpose to begin. And let me tell you, I have seen that dramatically and radically grow from such a small intention that I had with no expectations, and it blossomed in comparison to other things I've tried to create in the past which did not blossom half as much. And I truly believe that is because my intentions were different with them, and actually it probably wasn't the path I was meant to go down anyway. Why is attachment so harmful? And the reason why I bring this up is because it's going to save you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and a lot of anticipation. If we are attaching to something external from us that is not going to keep us in the highest good of all and the highest sense of ourselves and what we want to create, it's just going to allow us to attach, be very anxious, very stressed, and very unfulfilled. What we think might make us happy isn't always what it is. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that have tried to create something or have created something successfully and realized at the top of the mountain, you're actually not even fulfilled as what you thought you could be, or the happiness that you would have expected from something you've created, you haven't at all. And the more you cling, the more blocks you're going to create for this manifestation. And you're not actually going to be able to bring that in as much as if you were to be detached from something in a more caring, fulfilling, open, receptive way. Can you see the difference? Can you feel the difference in what I'm trying to speak and convey to you guys? Okay, how detachment can be an absolute game changer. It's going to bring you the inner peace, knowing it's coming regardless of what happens. as long as you are taking action towards those goals and towards those creations you were trying to make, even if it's one step in front of the other, is going to boost your confidence. Because what do we know about building self-esteem? We know that in kids, it actually allows them to build self-esteem through chores, through doing things that make them feel that they're contributing to the world around them. And this is the same with what detachment is. If you are practicing detachment where you still care about your day-to-day things as well as this thing you desire, but it's all even and there's nothing too harsh, heavy onto something you're trying to create, but you're still doing things like what kids do, like chores or day-to-day things that build that self-esteem, or skills or hobbies or habits, that is going to be able for you to not only detach but build that self-confidence. It also allows you to bring a lot more abundance in your life. And ironically, when you fully let go and surrender and detach, it brings a lot more in your life that's not just that one thing you desire. It's almost like a ripple effect. It's like one thing after another, after another, after another. And some things that you don't even ask for, but you ask in a way that is aligned to what that could be. Like under the umbrella of what you're creating, it could also filter through raindrops of, oh wow, and that came through, and that came through for me. And it's literally, you are not even under umbrella and you're just completely absorbing all of the teardrops from the clouds of abundance, and you're literally receptive and receiving it in real time. A really funny story that I haven't actually shared with you guys is I realized once exactly 1 week ago, I realised there was this particular paperwork I needed for my dog to travel. And in this paperwork, I realised I needed to go and get another one to be able to travel, right? It wasn't in date. When I realised, oh my God, I have this so much to do and I'm creating all these things, all I needed to do was go and check this date, and the date actually was still in date. Can you see how in that scenario that is so simple, I literally created so many problems around that, and it was like an instant manifestation of, oh my God, I don't even need to do anything. Thank you, you know? Now the juicy stuff. How to do your step-by-step process of detachment. So we want to, first of all, embody and practice being in the process and not the end goal. And that means we are on a journey of moment to moment to moment. I've said this so many times, and it's not about the end goal. It's not about when you reach that mountain and you're looking down. It's about what you've learned along the way and what things you can bring along with you that are these little nuggets, right? And these little nuggets, believe it or not, are actually the ones that are going to be able to help you create something bigger later on. Do not miss this. This is the actual golden nugget you really, really need, rather than that manifestation that's kind of just like this, you know. Number 2, releasing control of others, meaning you cannot control what other people think, do, say, or be. And that is the point blank of that point, to be honest. You cannot control what others are doing or thinking or seeing or being or perceiving. All you can do is be in control of what you are doing and what you are perceiving and what you are seeing and what you are creating. But feel in my voice how much that is so much more enlightening than what you are focusing on the external of what other people think of you and do and say and be and whatever else. Number 3 is to meditate and journal in order to let go. Journaling I've spoken about before. I often don't find the words to be able to journal, and that's where I find resistance in that. But for me, I like to draw. I like to draw what's going on internally and feelings within myself, and it doesn't actually allow me to use words, which is a lot better for me. And it can be a lot better for people out there that do struggle to find the words to describe how they feel. And meditating, when we're in the present, this doesn't always have to be like where we're sitting here and we're just closing our eyes. This can be a walking meditation. This can be when you're in the car, your brain kind of switches off, but also is alert a little bit. So being able to tap into that part of your brain is going to be really helpful. A lot of the time people will say they get their best insights when they're driving, they're in the shower, you know, these types of environments or situations. And that is where we want to put ourselves in. So you don't have to be sat meditating like how people perceive meditation. You can be in different scenarios. And number 4 is trusting the timing of your life. Story of mine. I lived in Costa Rica in 2021 to 2022, and I realized I would love to come back, but I feel like I need to come back to the UK. I've been here for up until now, which is end of 2024, coming into 2025. And it's only now 2 years later where it is now the divine timing where I'm going back. I'm being able to go there, and the universe is allowing me to go there. So trust the process of the timings. And often we don't always know why it is the right time or when is the right time. Actually, I take that back. We do know when the right time is. It's just tapping into our hearts around it. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear exactly how and what your plan is to the road of detachment in order to gain and receive the things you love and desire and want to create for yourself. And if you made it to the end, I'm going to give you this bonus of how you can still receptively and receive and process and do things that are in alignment to what you want whilst in a place of unsafety. If you've listened to any of my other videos, you'll know that neuroscience, we need to be in a place of safety in our system before we go and act upon something that's in alignment. So if we're in that unsafetyness, I want you to just pick a shape. You're going to choose a shape: square, rectangle, circle, triangle. Just choose a shape. Once you've chosen your shape, you're going to spend a few minutes looking around your room. Okay, where can I see circles? Okay, I can see one on the camera. I can see one with my lighting. I can see one with my torch. And you just seem to point out around you the shapes. That is going to bring you into a self-regulated state. That is naturally going to bring you into a sense of safety. And when you're in this sense of safety, you can probably hear from my voice now, we can then act from a place of alignment. So what is it today that you are going to plan to detach from the things you truly desire from a place of alignment? I will see you on the next video. Bye.